everyone, it's Linda here from Banjo's Beat House with our weekly Facebook Live video, and this week I wanted to take a look at a couple of new tools which have come in and on our last big order, and that I'm slowly starting to get up onto the website. So I am going to switch you guys down and we will take a look at some fun stuff that has been arriving once I get my camera right. So the first one is a new drill bit. So you've got lots of different little drills. I haven't opened this because I don't need one in my tool stash and I can't without destroying packaging. But you've got your little pin vise, so you can drop your drill bit in there, tighten it up, and you're ready to drill. So great if you're doing polymer clay work and you need to drill a piece and you don't have a Dremel. And great if you need to widen out holes or do different things. So I've had a couple of customers ask for those. So this one is the new one from Beadsmith, and it is now, we've got a couple of them in stock now and they are up on the website. The next one is for people who have lovely metal allergies like I do. These guys aren't on the website yet. I'm working on it. These are little cotton guards. So for me, when I'm working, I strip plating off stuff. So for me, when I'm working with plated materials, this now gives me a way of protecting them from the oils on my skin. Same things with Rivoli stones. And I'm also thinking polymer clay potentially for fingerprints, although I'm not too sure if that would actually leave an indent. But they are nice, easy to slip on, and can I just say, in the cold weather right now, they're really warm and comfy for my fingers as well. So these are cotton guards. They will be up. I ordered them in bags of 20, which I will put up, and I'm also going to look at putting them up in pairs, so that if you just need a pair for when you're gripping and holding a stone. So for me, that would be, whoops, on these two fingers, so I could hold a faceted glass stone whilst I'm working around it. Same thing with the check finishes that and some of the dyed beads that I strip off while I'm working. I could be holding my piece with these protected and keep working, so that I'm not stripping all of that color and creating fun ombre effects. So yeah, these are the cotton guards, so they will be up either tonight or tomorrow. And lastly, somebody spotted in my photo from our delivery this item and asked me to do a little review. So this is the new thread zap. So you'll know we have two thread zaps on the range at the moment. There's the silver barreled one, which I no longer have in mine, and the retractable tip one. So my retractable tip has finally died. So if you're familiar with these, you had to use the really good high-end batteries, and you got your little spare tip, could be stored there. Challenge was always getting that tip in and out, but I liked the fact that that was retracted so that it did protect it, because I kept using the clear top on the other one. So can't do a side-by-side demo because I have killed that one. But this is the new one that Beadsmith launched at Tucson in January. So I ordered one in for me to be able to play with and experiment. And what I love about this one is it's actually USB chargeable. So no more batteries. No more needing to worry about if you put cheap batteries in that it's not going to work and having to always have the expensive batteries. It's rechargeable. So I like that fact. It took about half an hour or less for me to charge this the other day. So this is it out of its box, and you've got your little charging port there. As I said, it is USB-C, so which is the nice new kind of universal way everything is going. So really handy. It does come with a USB-C charger at one end and USB-A at the other, but I don't have, I've got USB-C ports at home with a USB charger on the other end. I have also just plugged that straight into that without actually using this cord. So for me, this cord can live here. I've got a cord at home with all my other stuff on my studio desk, so I can just plug that in as needed and I am good to go. So this one does come with the clear plastic cap, so we will need to be careful of that because that does protect your tip. It does come with a replacement tip just in bubble wrap. There is nowhere to store that on here, so that is something to think about, that you're not going to be able to travel with your spare tip. It is a pack of 2 when you buy the spare tip. That is now set up on the website. This is also now up on the website for ordering. So yeah, thought we'd have, and the good thing is it is open tipped there, so if you have put it in hot, it does have the room to steam off. It looks like, and this is my first time actually playing with it too, so we have got, when it is charging, I know that that will go green. It's red when it's charging, it's green when it is complete. I just don't have that plugged in. And power button, it is a simple depress, and that is locked into position, or I can slide it back. So easy to lock, so we'll do that again. Push up, so it is in a position where it can be turned on, and the white light lights up, which you can see it's glowing, and my tip is glowing really, really fast. So this also comes on really, really fast, and you can even see it on camera, so no needing to test. So super, super fast. And you do have that security lock of it sliding back down, so when I tip that on, it is not heating up, and that is still warm. So how does it burn through threads? Well, I grabbed some stash off my mat this morning. So we'll start with our ever trusty fire line. So just my 6 pound. And we're just going to melt. I should have grabbed smoke because that actually would have been easier. Put on the back of my phone case so you guys can actually see. And we'll wait for that to get hot, and nice, easy melt. So it's melted that really, really easily into a ball. So perfect when you're doing joins. How easy is it to cut through? We'll get him heated up again. Straight through like butter. So that is working really, really nice. So no issues with fireline, not that I expected there would be. We now have Eslon fire, and we'll just do a little ball test. Since this one's black, I won't need my phone there. Yep, balling that up really, really nicely as well. And will it cut? Yes, I just didn't put that under tension, but yeah, that cut it really, really, really well as well. So again, no issues with the two most common threads. I'm not expecting an issue with wildfire as well, because it works the same way as fireline. And I have, yep, my Miyuki got stuck. Searching my desk for it, and he got stuck. Okay, so will it melt the end of the Miyukis? And the Miyuki and the KO work the same way. And yes, it is balling up the end of that without an issue. So we can just see my little tail streak there. So it's balling that up. Will it cut through? Yep. So really, really fast to power up. Really, really visible tip. So I really like that. Nice, you can leave it locked, so you're just having to then power up, and then you've got that security feature to turn it down. If you do have young ones around, you can also put it in to there so that he can the heat can evaporate out or dissipate. So we can see there it does lock in over that catch, so we're not going to get any safety issues of misfires in our bag while traveling either. So I do really like it. I will be putting it to use as I remake the July box this weekend, because we had a bit of a color change. So yeah, I'll be putting it through some paces this weekend, and I will report back to you guys next week on my thoughts of actually working with it and getting it close to beadwork. Couldn't get it close to beadwork today because everything on my mat is secret squirrel for boxes. So yeah, I didn't have time to whip something up ahead of that. So that is it for this week's live. As I said, it came about because I want to show you guys some new tools and bits and pieces, and particularly the Zap, because we got asked questions about that. I love the fact that it is rechargeable. That I think is its biggest selling point for me. So I'm not having to deal with all those batteries and then feel guilty about landfill with batteries and finding battery recycling, which is not always easy. Just as a reminder, it is the long weekend in Sydney and New South Wales and a couple of other states as well for what was the Queen's birthday, now the King's birthday. We are actually closed on Tuesday next week, so that we can actually enjoy a 3-day weekend as well. So for your orders, anything that's already placed has been packed today. Anything that comes in tomorrow up until about 12 to 2, we will do our best to get out, and we'll have it packed. Instead of dropping off to the post office on Monday like we normally do, we'll actually drop it off on Tuesday, and then everything else after that will go out on Wednesday when we are back. But we are open on Saturday as usual, so if you want to brave the Sydney cold weather, come in and see us. You are more than welcome to come and pick up all some beady goodies to enjoy the rest of your long weekend with. I will see you guys next week with another fun installment of Facebook Friday. Stay warm in this crazy weather, and I will see you guys next time. Bye for now.